Hello everyone, it's Farket here, and in this video I'm going to show you one of the most important building techniques that you should know, and that is what holds your building up. And you'd think it would be the entire platform or rock pillars, everything, but it's not. It's only one, and I'll show you exactly what I mean. Now I've got some pillars built and some other structures just to speed it up and to show you what I mean, because it takes ages building these things, but I'll show you how they are built anyway. But say you've got these pillars here. Now what you do is you grab out your custom floor, and it's the last pillar you attach it to. So for instance, I'm going to start from this one here. So go here to here. You got to press C, by the way, to get this to work. To here. And then you would clear these two. Now, you've got to know which one it is that you ended on. So whether you just build a simple little thing next to it, just to note that that was the last one. So if we clear this, and this one here, it's still standing, and we can build it. Now this isn't intended, well, this can be used to glitch and do crazy things if you want to. More that you know what's going to bring down your structure, so you know which part of the building to protect. Because it's crucial, because if you had everything held up by one pillar, and that one pillar gets destroyed, the whole thing's going to come down. Just to reiterate, I'm going to do this one again. Place it here, here, connect it up. Now if you build it, and take these ones down, and the next one, it's still standing. As always, if you take this one down, there is a good chance it's going to come down too. Now I should note that sometimes things don't come down. I don't think this one's going to come down, but we'll see. Yeah, it didn't come down. Now I'm still doing research on how that actually worked, but I believe it's when you attach it to the side of the pillar. So I'll replay the footage. See here, it didn't quite connect on top of it. So whether you want to use this as an exploit or to build something, then do it. Now with 4 pillars, it's exactly the same. Going to connect it I'm going to connect it to this one. See how it goes off to the side? That's what I think it does. That's what makes it not come down. But unfortunately, it doesn't always work. That's just going to want to, or maybe not. See, if we connect it there, build it. We take down these 4 other 3 pillars, and then we'll take down the last one. And then for the last one, to see if it works. And there we go. It floats. So this technique, while it might seem like it's a glitch, I would actually recommend doing it. The reason being is because your entire structure is literally holding up by one pillar. And if that one pillar got destroyed by a rogue cannibal that got stuck underneath your floor, it would destroy the whole thing and everything on top of it. So let's try that again with wood pillars to see if this will work. So connect it up. Oh, always remember the one you're attaching it to. It's just a good point of reference. Okay, so we've got, that's connecting. Okay, so it's not always going to work, it seems. Yeah, it's not always going to work, but that was the last pillar. So if we take down these 3, and if we take down this one, it disappears. So there you go. It appears that wood pillars don't work the same as rock pillars. But what I'm going to do, I'm going to try and recreate and show you what I did with the rock pillars. You click and move slightly to the left or right, and then you place it. And then you just get it out again. You can't use a control thing for this. Bit of a pain. That's okay. We will work with it. Make sure you measure it properly. You can't even do this once at a time if you want to do automatic stacking mode. If you do it manually, it'll take a lot longer and it'll be more of a pain. We'll just go 3 on each one. No. I think rock pillars are stronger than wood walls. From that last one I did, it appeared that it was a lot weaker. So if we do this again, okay, we'll attach it to this one, that one, that one. Yes, it appears that you can't always do it. Try going the other way, see what happens. Okay, it's not going to work on this one, but it worked on the last ones for some reason. I have a feeling it's the angle it's placed on. So if I'm just going to build another one, and then we'll try again. Yep, see? You don't actually have to connect it. See that? If I go off to the side, this should stay up. Only one way to test it. I'm cutting the bits where I'm taking down the pillars because it's taking so long to do. I still haven't worked out if cannibals can actually damage rock walls. Apparently they cannot damage defensive walls, but they can damage your wood walls of your house and your platforms. And there we go. So that's how it's done. Now I've got a fair idea on how this is working, and I'll show you how it is working. For instance, I'm just going to build a platform. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to get it to snap into place like that. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to place a custom rock under each one. Because what it's doing, it's forming a perfect triangle where the custom foundation is registering as where it's snapping. Because if it's not snapping, it means that the angle is too short. So that should work because it's been measured to be a perfect triangle. So what we'll do, connect it. See, it works here. So it might be a case of starting here. Actually, let's just finish it there and we'll just press E. Then what I'll do is take them down and see what happens. I should have brought a bigger axe. And there we go. So that's how it works. If you're connecting onto that pillar, then it will come down. If you can get it off just to the side, it's not actually connecting, and you've got to end on that point. So that's how you do it. So a little bit of self-discovery for myself and hopefully you. Now, I'll show you some of the things you can do with this. I'm in the business of showing you both ways, how to do it dodgy and how to do it properly, but also to protect your stuff, because we like to play with proper methods, but sometimes it just won't work for us. So what we can do is connect it to the side of this building here. This is just a basic building that I did as a mock-up. So for instance, if you wanted to build this off and on a veranda without actually having to build a platform underneath it with pillars, you can just use the pillars to place it and then get rid of it. See, that's connecting. That we don't want. But we're not ending on this point, we're ending on this point. So you want to make sure you click. If I press D and I take down that rock pillar, the whole thing's going to come down. But if I click and finish it, now I can destroy this. And this one too. And there we go. See, to me, that looks realistic. Those boards would in real life would be extending across, and it should be able to be placed. This is something you can go for on a look and as a veranda without having to worry about a foundation underneath. And you could always do a little veranda like that because it gives you much cleaner looks. I mean, having pillars everywhere doesn't really look the best, just in my opinion anyway. But to me, that looks pretty cool. I actually like that. So you could probably do so much more building techniques with this method. It's incredible. Now, this is another one I've just placed off the side here, and I've got a rock pillar up here. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to extend a veranda out once I get up there. Build this all the way across. Remember, it's the C button. The C button is your friend. Sometimes it's going to be a pain and won't do it. You've just got to approach it from different angles like that. I noticed a lot of people had problems with the Cannibal Watchtower house. This is the reason, it's because it's like this. You just have to walk back and come back in. It's like that. And we go back here. Okay, that wouldn't connect properly, so I just had to keep clicking. So, that doesn't matter. It was probably because it wasn't on the exact angle. So if we take this down, this will still stand up. Looks like Hillary Clinton's vibrator. Anyway, this is still standing. I don't know how realistic this will look, but you could worry about making it look realistic afterwards. Damn. Anyway, it's distracting. And then you could extend it out. And if I place a fence on it, hopefully this looks realistic. Auto placement. Clear this all. The vibrator shut down. Okay, there you go. I'm no engineer or builder. I don't know if that would be structurally sound, but you kind of get what you can do with this. You could find your own ways of making it look more realistic. I actually don't think it looks unrealistic. That should hold in real life. Here's what you could do if you're interested in making it look more realistic. Now what I'm doing here is just 2 poles. Just have to send it down there, cancel that. Like that. It's so hard to see where this is going. You connect it up. Build that. And there you go. Looks like it's being held up to some extent. And then you could just put a roof on it. Have to place custom on this one. There's a bit of a support beam going through there. It's not a bad look. But let's see how it looks from the outside. It doesn't look too bad. It looks more realistic. I mean, you would think that would hold it up. God, this place is a stupid place to build. I can't get up these cliffs. So yeah, there's multiple ways you could do this. And of course you do not have to do this. Depends what kind of look you want. And you'd always put another pillar here. Now the last one I'm going to show you is how you could probably use this to make a semi-realistic defensive building. Not so much a trap, but more of a way to defend your walls without going outside. So this is just a makeshift little camp I've built. Just defensive walls in a square with a gate and a cabin inside. Just something really basic. Honestly, looks like something you make when you first start playing the game. But honestly, it's not a bad way to do it. Though armsies would be able to hit through this wall and hit that. So keep that in mind if you're new to this game. Unfortunately, you cannot place custom floors over this defensive wall. It's a bug in the game, I believe. Phoenix Steph actually taught me that one. But when you bring it across, nothing. so you can't do it. So what you can do instead is I'm just going to replace this with a rock wall, 3 pillars high. So if you're going to do something like I'm about to show you, make sure you do it with rock walls. Put that across. Make sure it's 3 high too. If it's too high, cannibals can jump it. I believe you can put a stick fence on top if you wanted to have a different look. This would be fine. Now you wouldn't even need these other pillars back here. But if that wall ever got taken down, it would come down. Okay, so it wouldn't work with the gate, so I had to clear that too. Let's see if it worked now. Yeah, defensive walls are really buggy. Let's place that. And like that. Then clear these two. Gonna rebuild my gate now that I've fixed that up. Yeah, I'll build that anyway. Then you just need a way to get up there. So I just built a little simple stairs. I'm not going to build a platform because if you've seen my video about why you should be careful building platforms, you'll see why. But yeah, I can get up here. Cannibals can't reach me. I would probably go 4 high just to be sure because Armsies are pretty tall and same with Virginias. So they might be able to reach this. But if they're attacking your walls, you get the bow out, which I don't have, and just shoot them. Hopefully they don't go underneath. You could always just place a trap underneath. But that's a good defense mechanism or defense method that you could use to defend your base. It's something I would definitely try out. Because to me that looks realistic. Probably if the logs were the other way around, it would probably look more realistic, but you deal with what you got. So anyway, yes, this building technique is very important to know, especially if you play with destruction mode off, because they could take out 1 pillar and the whole thing comes down. Or they could take out 29 of the 30 pillars, it will still be standing, they take out that 1 pillar, it comes down. So there you go. And as always, however you use this, but this isn't intended for that, I don't believe. This is just to save your stuff and to know where you can edit your base, because this is just going to make things so much easier for building. You're not going to be constantly worried saving before destroying things, figuring it out, what the issue is, to figure out which is the pillar that's holding up your base and which one's not. Because I'm in the business of saving you resources and having your buildings look the way you want them by using the mechanics as best as you can. Anyway, if you like this video, make sure you like and subscribe. Cheers.